We are back, and today I am talking to you about clean sales, as promised in yesterday's video. What are clean sales? Clean sales are sales where everybody feels good afterwards. What is the opposite of a clean sale? A clean sale is when you find yourself virtually begging for somebody to become a client and you can sense their resistance, but you really need the sale, you really need the money, so you kind of force the issue, or you feel like, there's pressure there that they don't need, or you've created or use some sort of scarcity tactic. It's like, oh, well, if you don't sign up now, then this price is going to be gone forever. That's that can result in a dirty sale. Other things are when you reduce the price, or instead of it being paid off over 3 months, they can pay it off over freaking 18 years because you just want to get that sale. And I want you to ask yourself, every time you've had a sale like that, you've made a sale like that, how did that work for you? How was the coaching experience after that? I know from personal experience that it's shite. It's not great. It's never been great. The pressure on me to get a result, and it was my own fault because it's like I know they can't really afford this, and but I'm going to just reduce the prices, or I'm just going to convince them that they can get their money back really, really quickly. And most of the time they could, but this was before I found my feet with the 5K formula. There was a lot of F's in that. And so there were times when, I felt uneasy in the sales conversation, and that was the thing that got them over the line. And then I went straight into, oh my God, I hope I can get them this result. I've really got to get them this result. And it just put so much pressure on you as a coach to do that. The coaching dynamic after a dirty sale is never fun. It's never your best work. It's never worth doing. Definitely a rite of passage. We all go through it. We all start our coaching businesses and we do that in the beginning because we just want to be coaching people and we want that first sale, or we need that sale, or whatever it is, right? But I promise you that after you've done that once, you don't want to do it again. It's also going to make you feel like a shitty coach because you're not going to get results the way that you want to get results for that type of client acquired under those circumstances. So how do we get a clean client? How do we make clean sales? This is how I do it. If I'm on a discovery call, what I never do is say, if you sign up today, I'll give you this price, but if you come back tomorrow, it's not happening. I've done that from my live speaker events, and I will continue to offer those incentives on event day. But I also preface that with saying, I want you to make a really good decision here today. I don't want you to bow to the pressure of urgency. I really want you to consider this before you say yes, because if you say yes, you're committed. So be aware of that. But for my one-on-one stuff and my one-on-one calls, I will always, if they're like, I just need to sit with it for a minute, I'm like, no problem. Do you want me to follow up with you by the end of the day? Do you just want to get back to me? Whatever. I'm never going to put pressure on people on a one-on-one to make a big decision. Now, I will say the clients that I've had in the past who are playing around with coming back, I'll be like, I'm going to dangle a carrot to get you to say yes. And I'll be like, okay, what is it? And I'll tell them, it'll be like a bonus or something like that. And they're like, fuck it, I'm in. And like, I feel good about that because we already have a history. But somebody that's brand new to me, it's very rare that I would do that unless we have some sort of history. So I guess what I'm saying is if this is somebody that's new to you and you are having that discovery call with them and you can feel yourself saying, oh, I'm going to promise this thing to get them across the line, but it doesn't feel right, just don't do it. You don't need to. You might feel like you need the sale that bad, but you don't need what's going to come on the other side of that. Because it's a shit show. It's almost always a shit show. So a clean sale is where you set the expectations up front, where it's like, okay, this is how I work. This is what my these are my boundaries. Essentially, these are my expectations for communication, and you set all of that groundwork, and everybody knows exactly where they're at, right? So, for example, I'll say to my clients, you can have me, Monday through Friday. I say 9 till 3, but I'm usually up really early and can't help myself, so I'm checking on my messages, but that's a bonus. Like, it's supposed to be between these hours, but so don't hold me to it. If I jump on early to answer a message, don't expect it all the time. It's just because I want to do it that day. But these are the legit hours. And so I'm pre-framing everything up front so that people know the exact lie of the land. If they say to me, well, what if I need a call on the weekend? I'll be like, I don't do calls on the weekend. I clock out at about 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. That's it for me. You won't see me again until Monday. And so that's clean, right? People know exactly what they're getting, and I know that I've set it. I know that I've set those expectations. The other thing is not putting pressure on people in a way that feels icky, right? If it feels like, this program is $50,000, but you can sign up today for $10,000. But if you sign up tomorrow, it's going to be 50,000. You can do that, but make sure that when they come back tomorrow, you charge them 50,000 because you've got to honor your word. But clean sales are where there's no pressure has been applied. Everybody understands the lie of the land. You're not making promises you can't keep. You stand behind the offer. You make that decision. The client comes on board. You agree to work together, and everybody feels really good and very excited about it afterwards. These days, I get messages from people that say, I'm so excited to be working with you. Whereas, I don't know, 15 years ago, it'd be, I'm shitting my pants. Like, this has got to work for me. This has really got to work. And that was just so stressful for me because the pressure was immense and I just can't operate like that. I don't want to operate like that. I work better and I deliver better results when I just get to do my thing, without the added pressure of promising big things that I can't, making big promises that I can't keep. I just can't do that. I won't do that. It's too stressful, so don't do that either. And I want you to think back about, some of the sales that you've had that were the best experiences in the selling process and also in the coaching experience or mentoring experience afterwards. And I also want you to think about those calls that you would, based on my definition, be a dirty call and a dirty sale, and then ask dirty call. That's a whole other thing, isn't it? A dirty sale. And then go and think about what the coaching or mentoring experiences were like after that. And I guarantee that you're going to see what I'm talking about. So don't make those dirty sales because you'll regret it. All right, that's it. See ya.